Welcome to Storybook 123.
The Golden Blessing Ball. Zayn had a very special glass ball that lived on his bookshelf. It wasn't just a decoration. It was his blessing ball that reacted to his heart and his good deeds. This morning, Zayn woke up feeling a strange heaviness in his body. He looked up at the shelf and saw the ball was dull and gray, looking as if it had lost all its light. Zayn tried to stand up to tidy his room, but his knees and elbows felt stiff and slow. He stretched his arms wide and sighed. Why does it feel so hard to move today? It's like the joints in my body need oil to work properly. He glanced at the blessing ball again, but it remained cold and shadowy. Just then, Grandpa Manser entered the room carrying a beautiful old book. He saw Zayn struggling to move and smiled warmly. "Zayn," he said softly, "did you know that inside your body, you have 360 joints? Every single one of them is a gift from God, and they need a special charity every morning to stay happy and active." Zayn's eyes grew wide with wonder. 360 charities? That is a huge number, Grandpa. How could I ever give that much every single morning? Grandpa Manser walked to the window and pointed toward the rising sun. "It is much easier than you think, my boy. There is a short, beautiful prayer called Duha that covers them all." Grandpa explained further. Just 2 units of the Duha prayer act as a charity for every joint in your body. It begins shortly after the sun rises and lasts until just before the noon prayer. It fills your day with light and charges your blessing ball with energy. Zayn's face lit up with excitement. Zayn hurried to perform his wudu, feeling the cool water wake up his skin. He spread his colorful prayer rug in a quiet corner of his room. He stood tall and focused, beginning his 2 units of Duha prayer. In his heart, he thanked God for his health and for the joints that allowed him to jump, run, and play. As Zayn prayed, something magical began to happen. With every bow and every prostration, the glass ball on the shelf began to flicker. At first, it was just a tiny spark, but with every Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, the pulses of white light grew stronger and faster, illuminating the entire corner of the room. The moment Zayn finished his prayer, he jumped up and ran to the shelf. As soon as his fingers touched the glass, the ball erupted into a brilliant golden glow. Shimmering sparks of light flew out from the sphere, dancing around Zayn's hands like tiny, joyful stars. The room was now filled with a warm, golden radiance. "Grandpa, look at the blessing ball. It's full of light," Zayn shouted happily. Grandpa Manser walked in and placed a hand on Zayn's shoulder. "That is the blessing of Duha, Zayn. You gave charity for your body, and now your day will be filled with energy and success. Remember, these few minutes are the key to a bright day." Zayn ran outside to the garden to play with his sister, Layla. He felt as light as a feather, jumping and sprinting across the grass with ease. He didn't feel slow or stiff anymore. He felt a sense of gratitude in every movement. Zayn promised himself he would never miss his Duha prayer again, keeping his body active and his ball glowing bright.